What's up everybody, it's Robin Gaming here. So with 26 days left until Uncharted 4 Thieves End finally comes out, today's video in my new countdown series will be quite short. I just wanted to kind of talk about this certain news article that broke over the last day that got some people upset it seems, and I wanted to kind of like, I guess, clear it up or just give my personal opinion on it, okay? So a YouTube channel called Gamers for the Win recently did an interview with Troy Baker where they just talked about the games he played in, that he worked for. And while asking the question about Metal Gear Solid 5 and its cut content, Troy Baker actually gave a response to that question in which he mentioned Uncharted 4 and a certain news fact about it that I think is pretty interesting. So let's quickly read what Troy Baker exactly said. So he says, games are a very iterative process, and the same thing can be said for pretty much every game that comes out. There was a huge set piece in Uncharted 4 that I was massively in love with that actually had to get cut, because it was either the game shipped broken and that scene is in there, or we put out a better game and that scene isn't in there. No one will ever miss what they didn't know. And you know, this is the thing, right? Once again, some people seem to kind of get upset about this because they realize now that they're going to be playing Uncharted 4 while a certain big set piece that Troy Baker himself really loved is not going to be in there. So apparently, yeah, it got cut for some reason. We don't exactly know what. But you know, my kind of thing is, and I honestly totally agree with Troy Baker here, this probably happens way more often than we know. This happens for every single game. Before they actually are able to make it, they of course write down all the ideas that they have and the things they want to get in the game, including a lot of set pieces. And it's only logical that for so many of the games we play, there were certain ideas that in the end didn't or weren't being executed because they simply couldn't, you know, either because it would take too long to make them, or they weren't able to actually make them, you know, or put them in the game, right? So with games like Uncharted 1, 2 and 3, I am pretty sure there were different kinds of scenes in there that also got cut. I mean, just look at the art books and stuff where you see so many concept images of areas that we didn't even see in them, you know? So this, I think, is honestly a pretty natural thing for game development. It does suck that Troy Baker says that he really loved this and that it was planned to be in there and then, yeah, in the end did get cut. But like he says, you know, we won't miss anything that we don't know about. You know, if we don't see that set piece or don't hear about it, then of course we're not gonna miss it, right? So I honestly think you shouldn't have even brought this up, because now it only gets people disappointed knowing that something got cut from the game. But in general, you know, I still think if it is like the longest game, which North Dog is saying it is, and if it still has a lot of incredible set pieces, then who are we to actually get, you know, mad about this or get angry about it? Because yeah, one more time, I think this has happened with a lot of games we played in the past before, and it's just a natural thing that happens during game development. So I would say, you know, don't worry too much about it yet. Let's first wait and see until the game comes out, and if then we get the feeling like, oh yeah, there's not that many set pieces in here that were really that great, or it could have used some more, yeah, then I guess it's time to maybe complain about it a bit. But for now, this was kind of my take on it. So I would like to know your thoughts on this. Are you disappointed knowing that there's a certain big set piece cut from the game, or do you agree with me that, you know, basically we just have to wait and see, and there's probably going to be, you know, plenty of stuff in there that will get us really excited. So for now, yeah, the wait is going to be very short from now on, but I'd like to thank you a lot for watching. Hope to see you again next time.